Hi, and welcome to my podcast. If you're here from my Instagram, hello. I guess I know you. If not, then welcome. It's really good to have you here. Alright, so I've been thinking about doing this for such a long time now, and I just decided today that I will just do it, because why not? I need something new in my life anyway, so I just thought that I would place my energy into this. So basically what I'm gonna talk about today is how I got into the place that I am in today. And, ups and downs and everything like that. Because there are so many people from my Instagram, which is, by the way, yours truly 8. Alright, thank you. So many of you are always kind of like asking me how I got here. How am I so positive? How do I always see the good outcome of the things, even if everything is just going down? And the answer is simple. Discipline. Believe. Believe that you are strong enough to go through just anything and that there is always going to be good out there. Because without good, there is no bad. Without bad, there is no good. Without bad, there are no lessons. So what I want you to do is that every time you feel like your life is going bad, just think about it as a lesson. You're evolving, you're growing, and you're exactly where you need to be. And you may ask me, how do I know all these things? How am I so sure about it? How? I'm sorry. But again, my answer is simple. I am the living example of that. My life has been quite interesting because I've always been moving a lot. I've always been around people. When I was little, my grandma had this store where people came and basically got fruits and vegetables and all of these things. And it was quite big, so all of the stores around the city came to my grandma to get these things to their stores, like groceries and stuff like that. So I've always been surrounded by people, and I've always been, well known and happy and, bubbly and all of these things. Now, my parents fought a lot before because they had their issues, so I kind of been through some things. And, back then I wasn't really thinking much about it. But then as I was growing up, I felt that it did have an impact on me. And I love my parents truly. The things we've been through together are just really, really special. And, no matter bad or good days, we always were there for each other, to each other. And they've always tried to give me the best. As parents always do, but sometimes they don't know that their best is not our best, because we are our own people. We have our own opinions, we have our own image of life, of the life that we want to pursue. So as I was growing up, preschool, everything was great. Then I kind of started to feel like an outcast at some point. Because, I loved old music. I wasn't really a trendy girl. I was always trying to find my own place in life and in this world. And it's not like I was alone or lonely or a loner or, however you might call this kind of person. But I never belonged to any group because, in schools you have like the popular kids, then you have the nerds or whatever you label people. And I've never really belonged to any group. So I always try to keep contact with absolutely everyone because I never saw them as a group of people. I just saw them as people. So, I wasn't popular, but I know that people knew who I was, but not like I wasn't this kind of person that would, get off of, oh my god, I'm so popular, or, these kind of things. No. So, when I was 15, I moved to Norway. And that's where I live now. So basically, I moved here, and now let me tell you, I moved to a city that was tiny. So everyone knew each other. And it was really, really hard for me to belong again, It was really hard for me because, first of all, language. I couldn't speak Norwegian back then, so I had to learn. Not everyone wanted to speak English with me because, imagine you're in the group of people and you're the only one who doesn't speak the language. Then of course people are, carrying the conversation in their own language, and I'm just sitting there be like, hello? And as sad as it sounds, it was really sad. And like even if people didn't really talk much about me directly, I knew they were talking. Like you sense it, you know it. So I was getting weird looks because I wasn't Norwegian. I was getting weird looks because we put people into the boxes where we, when someone comes from a country, we right away put them in a box of, culture, religion, the type of people they are, and all of that. We put labels on them. We think that everyone is the same, which is not true. And basically what happened was that I felt alone. I was in a new country. I was in a new school. I didn't have any friends. My parents fought because it got too much, the whole moving and other things that I'm not gonna really go deep into. And I was trying to fit in again, I was trying to be someone that I'm not. That's when I started to write music, mostly. Because I just needed to, I just needed a way out of this heavy feeling of feeling alone, of, no one getting me or understanding me. So then high school came. I moved to another city, to big city now. I knew the language much better. I didn't have any problem with, making friends or anything. But I made up this story about myself, about my identity, which wasn't true. Because in my mind, I thought that, okay, if they don't like me for who I am, I'm gonna be someone else. And that scarred me. Now that I look back at it, I know why I did certain things. I know why I went with this making of identity. But back then, I didn't know and I didn't find anything bad in it, because I thought that, okay, I'll tell my story, which is fake, to people, and they are just gonna know me for that story. But little did I know that things come up sooner or later. And as ashamed as I was, now I'm not anymore. Because I know exactly why I did it. Because I just wanted to be seen. I just wanted to be understood. I just wanted to be normal. Because I was afraid of my true self. I didn't honor it. I didn't know how to expand, how to grow. And, and then the university came. I was still faking my identity. I wasn't really making friends there. I don't know why, I just didn't like the whole idea of going to school for something that I don't really need, because I just studied something that would give me a paper, but wasn't anything that I would pursue later in life, because I was feeling pressure from my parents, from society, seeing all my friends on Facebook getting a degree, So then again, I didn't listen to myself, I didn't listen to my intuition, I just listened to everyone else around me. And I was struggling deeply without even knowing. I was turning into this narcissistic person that I didn't really like, but I didn't even see that back then. I thought I was good, I thought I was cool, I thought that I was valid. But as you go on in your life, you begin to see certain things, certain patterns that you go with. And in relationships, I was very controlling. And even though now I'm not anymore, I still sometimes find things here and there where I'm like, okay, whoa, stop now. You're being controlling. That's not what you want. That's not who you want to be. That's not you. And only lately I've realized where I got it from. And of course, our caregivers, even if they don't want to, they all have their own darkness. Even if they are perfect, amazing people to us, there are still some things, because we are just all people, we have our things, and we struggle with them every single day. We learn from them every single day. So only lately I've realized where I got it from, and that's when it hit me. That's when I started to understand, and it helped me as well. Anyway, I'm done with the university. I work. I still have my fake identity. And then, something happens where you just realize how stupid it is to lie to people around you. Because some of them are really good. Some of them would really understand you. But you are just so ashamed of who you are because others didn't accept that. So the thing happened, and I started to realize that I don't want to lie anymore. I need to respect myself. I need to respect others. And if I want to respect others, I need to respect myself even more. So that's what I did. I was trying to find the answers to my questions. I was trying to find the answers to why am I such a people pleaser. And I found them. I've always been interested in psychology. So I kind of knew what my issue was because I was observing myself on such a deep level that I just knew. But I went to a psychologist anyway, and I went there 3 or 4 times, and I basically, like I said, I knew already what was wrong with me, but it was good to be heard without people judging you, without anyone judging you, because no matter how many times you talk with friends or parents or family in general, you're always going to be judged because they have this, close relations with you. So they think that they can control your life, but they can't. It's your life. You're the owner of it, So, after that, I had this major breakdown where, I quit my job and I didn't work for, I think, around maybe 3 months or something. I was just home trying to figure out what's wrong with me. And all that happened just 3 years ago. Or 4. 3 years ago, yeah. So, I had this major breakdown. I was depressed to the point where I was just like sitting in my living room and I was thinking about those pills that I had in my drawer. And I was thinking about taking them. And now don't get me wrong, I know suicide is a hush-hush situation, but it shouldn't be. It should be screamed about. It shouldn't be a taboo subject. Mental health is so important and it shouldn't be hush-hush. So, that's why I'm talking about this now. Because I'm totally fine now, I don't tear up anymore talking about these things. So that's when I knew that it's time to share it with people. Maybe you will find yourself in it. Anyway, I thought of taking my own life. Even, in Oslo there is this one metro station where the train or the metro comes onto the stop so fast that it could have killed me easily. And that's what I was imagining. I was like standing there. I was like, what if I just jumped, But I didn't. And I think I didn't because I kind of deep inside knew that I have a purpose in this life. And we often seek the purpose outside of us when life itself is a purpose. Little things, big things, you growing, that's all purpose. Anyway, back to the living room. So I was sitting there, I recorded myself on my phone because that's what I did before. I was talking things out. That's also when I realized that talking about things is so important. You have no idea. That's why I keep my DMs on Instagram open, because I know how people need to talk about things, but they don't know. They don't have anyone to talk to without being judged. And I know deeply how it is not being able to talk about things you know? So if you have any problem, if you struggle with anything, you know where to find me. Again, it's yours. Truly8. All right? So, the thing that made me switch was this one meditation that I found randomly on YouTube. I was thinking to myself, okay, you tried to meditate so many times, but it didn't go. Only did I know that I have the wrong idea of meditation. I thought it was controlling your thoughts, trying them not to be in your head. It could be this kind of meditation, yeah. But the meditations that heal you are the ones where you just allow your thoughts come into your head and then simply let them go without giving them any attachments, without giving them any power, emotion, or anything. You just observe them. I found this one example where, when you meditate, you can imagine yourself sitting on a bench in a park and just watch people walking by. Imagine a lady running with her dog, her ponytail dangling, and she just comes and then she's gone. That's your thoughts. That's profoundly changed my life to better, because then I could allow the thoughts come in, but I chose to what I'm gonna do with them, I chose not to give them emotion, which then would make me vibrate at this, state of being negative or scared or angry or whatever. So I did that. I found this one meditation. It was a guided one. It was about becoming the person you want to be. And in that meditation, I saw myself standing there like a superhero with my arms on the sides, proudly looking up. And I started to cry. I cried so much. It was crazy to see how much it opened me up to this possibility of me being this good person, this open person, this loving person, caring person. But mostly the person who would validate, appreciate, and love myself. It changed my life to the level of me going even deeper into my shadows, where I knew that if I heal them, I'm gonna just be better and better. I'm gonna be able to focus on the positive aspect of life rather than negative past. That's what I did. That's what I'm doing still. Every day is this, ongoing observation of if I'm feeling negative or positive. Am I feeding the negative patterns, or am I going into the positive pattern? I stopped really watching any news. I am very picky as to what I listen to. And I just care about my feelings, about my being, about my state. Because I've noticed the more I try to take care of myself, the more I try to notice how I feel, what I feel, the more I can attract into my life. But that's something we are gonna talk about next time. This was just my story so that I could see where I come from, so that you can see if I could do it, you can do it too. Because I didn't get any special card in this life. Everyone can do it. absolutely everyone. You just have to open your heart for it, to it. So, thank you for listening, and I hope you will like this new thing. I will upload. I don't know when exactly. I have to first find out when it suits me the most. And yeah, this is going to be this kind of thing where I just share what I do to feel better, what I do to, break out of these like expectations and, whatever whoever is telling me to do or not to do. So, again, thank you for listening, and I guess you will hear me soon. Bye.